In an extraordinary wave of solidarity, a global tide of pro-Palestinian university protests has swept across the world. This surge of activism is a remarkable demonstration of the power of student voices and a clear indicator of the growing concern over the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. From the shores of Lebanon and Jordan to the bustling cities of the UK, France, Australia, and Canada, university students are standing up and speaking out. They are calling for their universities to divest from Israel and for an end to ties with weapons manufacturers supporting Israel's war efforts. In essence, these students are demanding a commitment to ethical investment and an end to support for the conflict in Gaza. In the United States, the spark of protest has ignited into a full-blown firestorm of activism. College campuses across the nation are witnessing a resurgence of protest culture reminiscent of the anti-Vietnam War demonstrations of the 1960s. Students are calling for a ceasefire in Gaza, a boycott of companies doing business with Israel, and a critical examination of U.S. support for Israel. However, these demonstrations have not been without controversy. The heavy-handed response of some universities has led to clashes with law enforcement, numerous arrests, and accusations of censorship and failure to protect students. At Columbia University, for instance, despite arrests and suspensions, pro-Palestinian student protests persist. The university's decision to call on law enforcement, leading to over 100 arrests, has sparked heated debates on campus safety, freedom of expression, and the Israeli-Palestinian conflict itself. Meanwhile, on the West Coast, at the University of California, Berkeley, an academic offered students extra credit for attending pro-Palestinian protests or lobbying Congress about Gaza. This initiative, although later modified, highlighted the deep divisions on college campuses and led to repercussions for students involved in organizations with differing views on the conflict. However, amid the escalating tensions and the rising wave of protest, it is vital to remember that these demonstrations are not monolithic in nature. While some critics label the protests as anti-Jewish or anti-Semitic, many Jewish individuals actively participate in these demonstrations, standing in solidarity with the Palestinian cause. In conclusion, the global pro-Palestinian university protests are not just a series of isolated events, but rather a significant international movement. These protests reflect a deep concern over the humanitarian crisis in Gaza and a call for universities to take an ethical stance on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The implications of this movement are far-reaching, affecting not just the individuals involved, but also the broader discourse on freedom of expression, campus safety, and the role of academia in international politics. As the world watches, the protests continue to unfold, a testament to the power of student activism in shaping global conversations.